Today we're looking at the World Cup hero Al Jabbar, 87 rated, 5'10", high medium, right footed, 3-star, 4-star. Can play striker or centre forward, so not many positions there. But look at the stats on this card. Really good acceleration, sprint speed, great finishing, shot power, really good composure, agility and balance for somebody of his height. Actually decent passing for a striker as well. Good header and accuracy and stamina. In terms of traits, we just have speed dribbler and power free kick, so nothing too crazy there. We have gone for a finisher today because it makes him into an explosive accelerate type. I'll explain a bit more of that at the end of the video on Footbin. Also to boost up his agility and balance as well as his finishing, of course. That being said, we'll talk about Chem Styles pricing and what I thought about the card at the end of the review on Footbin. Let's go jump into the game and have a word from today's sponsor first. The World Cup and Black Friday is finally here. Go to Alt Night, select Foot 23 coins, choose which console and how many coins you'd like to buy, select your payment method, and don't forget to add code NaNNiK for 6% off on all orders. Every purchase has a chance to win $10. So we did actually review the Al Jabbar base hero card and I wasn't impressed, but now the meta has changed and basically lengthy is not as powerful as it was. I'm hoping he has a new lease of life, so we do get him on the ball already. Pretty nice dribbling. Feels a little bit clunky going into the full speed, but we're hoping that he is a lot better in terms of that, as well as his finishing ability. Because I noticed with him, being able to finish was not a problem. It's just getting into the space because of the lengthy meta. Here, little layoff, nice pass in. Keeps going. Left foot, bottom corner. What a finish that was. Very, very impressed how he managed to move through all the players there. I'm noticing that his left stick dribbling is way better than it was on the base. Just a little bit slow going into full speed because he's not really that explosive, I'm noticing. But so far, so good. Great finish from him. We've made him take his keeper out with the fake there. We've managed to get the second goal. Poor defending. He's not going to miss an open goal. Looks like that's going to be a rage quit as well. He has rage quit, so let's go jump into a second game. So into our second game then. So far looking so good from Al Jabbar. I will say, like I say, he's a little bit slow going into full speed. But in terms of executing the skill and then going, as you can see there, just lacks it a little bit. That's the only thing I'm struggling with this card, is his finishing seems very, very good. In the sticky little situations in between 2 or 3 defenders, doesn't seem to matter in terms of left stick dribbling. But you don't really pull away. His passing seems inconsistent at times, but I wouldn't say that's a bad thing because he is a striker. Do find him here. Lovely little layoff. That's a poor pass in the... Al Jabbar peels through. Some nice passing behind. Turn around. Back to Ribery. And that's a lovely little pass. And that's something I've noticed he's very, very good at. Getting in behind, turning around and passing the ball back to open up the space. If you get him inside the box, he's got very, very good options in terms of his passing and as well as his ability to shoot. I just find in these situations here, it's a little bit lackluster. You have to hold the ball out of him. And again, look at that. Great pass in. Back to Al Jabbar. Good tackle. And we do get the shot off. Very unlucky not to score there. But that's the only time I notice I'm having struggles with him, is trying to get him through on the last man, because he doesn't seem as quick as I'd like him to be. Picks it up, little layoff to go over. Back to Al Jabbar. Oh, nearly through. You can see, though, with the 1-2s, it just takes a little bit of time to get into the space, which can definitely hinder your play if you'd like to play counter-attack, a little bit like I do here. But in terms of dominating the ball and slow possession, this is where he strives the most. You see there, picks him out, lovely pass in, holding the ball up, and very unlucky not to get the shot off. But that's where he strives the most, in between the lines. He's always in a good position in that sense, but when you have to run through, it seems to be a bit lacking. Like here, for example, little layoff, lovely pass, and play it in, lovely turn. Now that's what I like about Al Jabbar. Very unlucky not to get an assist there. But the ability to pick up the ball, turn around and pass, he's very, very good at. It's just when he's through in the space. Back to Ribery, lovely pass in. Couldn't get the shot off, unfortunately. But them sort of situations he's very, very good at. I am playing against a very good opponent who has a mega team, I will add. And I'll show you his team in a second. And these are the type of games where Al Jabbar just doesn't get the job done. He very struggles in those situations. We have a look at our opponents. See Mbappe, El the World Cup, 91 Pele, Neymar. Then we have rule breakers, Philip, Cancelo, Varane, etc. He's struggling to get past that back line because he's just not quick enough going into full speed. We have got El next to him, who's literally getting through no problem. We're not doing a review on El, we're doing a review on Al Jabbar. And this is what I find about this Al Jabbar card every time. Good at passing, good at finishing, very bad at getting into position in terms of running through. If he's already there, it's fine. But when you're playing against somebody that's playing this defensive and trying to hit you on the break every single time, Al Jabbar just cannot get through and get the shot off. He takes too long to shoot sometimes, and that is the problem with this type of card. Hence why his price has dropped so much already, and hence why he's so cheap overall. Jabba, nice tackle. Bit slow again. We managed to get a free kick luckily, but very, very slow going into transit. And he wasn't even the foul. It was a foul for them. I can't express enough how bad he is in terms of trying to work in between the pocket space. As soon as they got a bit of pace in their defence, there's just not much you can do with him. In terms of running through, he's not the best at that either. Like here, for example, holding the ball up, he's fantastic at, and finding a teammate, not a bad pass, bad touch in the end. That's what he's best at doing. But you don't buy Al Jabba to play that cam role. You play him to be the clinical finisher. You get the goals, not take so long with passing or shooting. There we go, Al Jabba, straight away, 1-2. Behind the lines. That's better from him. Driving forward. We've actually got some space for once. Looking for him again still. Bit of skill. Love that. Green time. And that's much better from him. But you see how much work I had to do to get him into the space. I had to do a skill move to get round one player. And then green time it into top corner the other time to get the goal with him. That doesn't mean he can't finish. Of course he can. But that's how much effort you have to use with him to get him into the space. Oh, lovely pass in, Al Jabba. Good finish, and there's a left foot from him. That's where he's best at being. In that position, in the middle of the field there, and just being able to sit in the pocket. That's the only place I find him to be extremely consistent. With his link-up play there, his ability to shoot across with his left foot or right foot. It's in situations like this, you think you wouldn't have that high pace as he has. You get read very well, a good defence. But that's the only thing I find weird about the card is he says he's got really high pace on the card, but when you're actually in the position, we shoot across, there's a poor shot in the end. When we actually do run with him, he doesn't feel that quick at all. And then in one time, he does feel really quick. So I don't understand how this card works in terms of that. Maybe it's down to his body type. Unfortunately, the better version of the Saeed striker has beaten us with one long through ball. This is what I was saying with Al Aran there, been able to open up space. And this is the problem you have with these types of strikers with Al Jabba sitting in the pocket here. It's so difficult to get any space. You need quick, agile players. We do get him through here. Kick-off goal. We do the lob back to him and we manage to get the finish. But it's so difficult to get him into that space. So difficult. This is the only thing I find about this card. Yes, he's a very good card. He's good at finishing. He's good at link-up. Against the lower divisions, I bet he's fantastic. But top tier, he just doesn't cut it at all. Very difficult to use. That's going to be enough gameplay there. We did get a hat-trick with Al Jabba in this game. We scored a couple others. He can definitely score. But against the top-tier players, he does not fit the mould at all. He's so difficult to fit in between the lines and get the job done. So we are going to jump onto Footbin now. So we are on Footbin. It's coming at 25,000 coins. And I wouldn't be surprised by the end of this week who will be min price. With a finisher, it becomes Explosive Accelerate. He has 91 acceleration, 89 sprint speed. You don't feel that at all. Sometimes he's really fast, sometimes he's slow. Compared to Al Aran, he's so much quicker, Al Aran, I will mention. But it's because of his average body type and being 5'10". He just has a clunky build. And that's why he lacks... He can definitely finish. With the 99 finishing, not a problem. He can definitely go fast. That's not a problem at all. It's just when he's sitting in the pocket and somebody's got fast defenders around him, they're using their centre defensive mids to defend, they're jockeying all over the place. Trying to get the space open with him is so difficult. He's got really good agility and balance. His left stick dribbling is very good. Way better than his base, I will admit. With his base here, he's only got +1s and +2s on certain stats. But there's just something about this card. Again, it just doesn't translate in FIFA, especially at the top tier sort of end of the game. Very disappointed in that sense. I'd probably end up just sticking with a controlled and going Hunter with him personally. I think Hunter is probably his best camp style, just to keep him on controlled. Making him explosive doesn't make a single bit of difference in my opinion by the looks of it. But then again, let me know if you have any more comments about this card or any other card down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.